Hello there YouTube, it's your boy B3, back with another kicking, you guessed it, action figure review. Today we're looking at the Mahou Sentai Magiranger Sentai Hero Series number 10, Legend, MagiYellow. Yes, I got this at a Power Rangers convention, Ranger Stop and Pop, last year? Yeah. It's been a while. But I got it for a little cheaper than it is online. Not much, but a little, which is pretty cool. You can see this is like a fancy upgraded form for MagiYellow, or the Mystic Force Yellow Ranger here in the States. But it's pretty cool. It's in box and everything here. You can see all of the Legend forms. I only have yellow, unfortunately, but it's pretty cool. So let's bust him out of packaging. So even though this came in a box, it still has a card very reminiscent of the tags on the kinds that don't come in boxes. A little info on the back, but that's a pretty cool card. It also comes with this. It's like a little ad, I believe. Looks like a video game you can play with a mat. Interesting. Oh well. That's pretty cool. And now we have Legend MagiYellow out of packaging. And this is a pristine figure in excellent condition. There is a little black mark there on the leg, but I think that's more of a paint error than anything. Pretty cool. I quite like him. Articulation is about what you would expect for one of these vinyl figures. Forward and back on the arms, yeah, that, you know, armor does kind of hinder it a little, but you can kind of pull it out to get it all the way. And then also the waist, really exactly what you would expect. Nothing on the heads or boots or anything, just the 3 points that these humanoid figures typically are. But usually these guys don't come with accessories, but he does. He's got his little Legend staff here. That's pretty cool. That's really awesome, actually. Hi, Noddy. Hey, good kitty. She's named after a Kamen Rider, by the way. Kamen Rider, Nadeshiko. Boop. But yeah, that's cool. It's actually a pretty well-painted accessory. And in reality, they do not paint Sentai Hero series figures like this anymore. They often don't paint the back fully like this anymore. At all, really. Like, woof. That's quite a difference in paint, isn't it? Quite a difference. But yeah, you know, it's really good detail, pretty good paint. Once again, they don't make them like this anymore, so I'm very happy to actually have him. So, I'm going to lay him down here, and we're going to get into everybody's favorite part of these videos, size comparisons. First up, we're going to compare him with other Japanese figures. So here is the Sentai Hero Series Super 2 Kaiser. He's a little taller than him, but not like an unreasonable amount, you know, like a believable amount that two human beings could be in height difference. And then also the Poppy Magishine from Bandai. Much too small. Unfortunately, Magishine's not going to work with him. I got these guys at the same convention, same year, same booth. Both for really good price. This guy I got for like almost nothing. And he's an expensive figure, so... This guy also came from Ranger Stop, but from the year before, now that I think about it. A lot of my Sentai figures are from Power Ranger conventions, oddly enough. So let's move them to the side. And I know you guys want to see some Lightning Collection stuff. That line may be dead, but I still really like my Lightning Collection figures, like Zeo Pink here, and Phantom Ranger. Pretty cool. You know, they actually are a bit better than I thought they'd be, especially Phantom Ranger. He is a bulkier Ranger, though, so I can see why he might look a little better alongside MagiYellow than Pink here does. Unfortunately, we never got a Lightning Collection of this figure, or of any Mystic Force Rangers, actually, which is a shame, because Mystic Force is underrated. It's a weird season. I didn't like it as a kid, but I like it as an adult. It's kind of odd. It's often the opposite with things like that. Like, you like him as a kid, and you visit it as an adult, and you're like, what? What is this? Next up, how about some figures from Hasbro's kind of just regular action figure line? I know this is all outdated, and like Playmates is doing the stuff now, and maybe I'll review some Playmates stuff. We'll just have to see. But here is our Cosmic Armor Dino Fury Green Ranger and our Dino Fury Gold Ranger, and they do just seem really too small to go with him, you know? I'm just not digging that, really. So let's move them to the side. And how about some villains now, huh? Let's have some Lightning Collection villains with our Red Ecliptor. And this one's actually a crossover villain, Green Ranger Shredder or Morphed Shredder. Okay, they both look great with him. Same height and stuff as Ecliptor. And this guy is kind of big for a Lightning Collection figure, so he works pretty well with the Sentai Hero series here. I'm really liking this. This is a great comparison. Wow. Those worked pretty well. But now let's move on to characters and lines that are not Power Rangers or Super Sentai. This one's pretty similar though. It is the Evolaverse Legends of the White Dragon 2-pack White Dragon. And then, how about something from the Ultra franchise? Here is the Bandai Ultra Monster Series, I believe 500, Kimmerman, or just Kimmer. Well, Kimmerman is too small. I actually think the White Dragon looks pretty good with our Sentai Hero Series figure. Maybe he could be a little bigger, because I know the White Dragon is like a grown man, and I haven't seen Magiranger, full disclosure. I've seen the Magirangers appear in other Sentai things, but I haven't actually watched through Magiranger. I've just watched through Mystic Force, just full disclosure. And if you're a Mystic Force fan, this is a teenager, but, you know, I don't really know much about Magiranger, other than the basics, you know? So yeah, he's alright with this guy, not going to work with our little Ultra Q friend over there. Now, of course, we got to move into Kamen Rider. Yeah, so here is the Movie Monster Series Kamen Rider Zero from Shin Kamen Rider or Shin Masked Rider, depending on where you're watching it. And then the Sentai Hero Series Kamen Rider Forze Armor Kamen Rider Zeo. And these are the same scale kind of Bandai soft vinyl figures, and I think they scale perfectly with our Sentai Hero Series figure here. And of course, I know very well that you probably want to see an SH figure art. Yeah, so here is the SH figure arts Kamen Rider Amazons. Kamen Rider Amazon Alpha from Tamashii Nations, which is just too small. I knew it would be, but you gotta cover those bases, right? Gotta cover those bases. So, all in all, what are my final thoughts on the Sentai Hero Series 10 Mahou Sentai Magiranger Legend MagiYellow? This is a really nice figure. I'm glad I got it for a really affordable price. It was like 15 bucks. With the package complete, even complete with the ad. I mean, this guy, he wasn't taped shut or anything, but I do get the sense that he has never been opened, which is nice. He holds his staff all right. The limited posability means you can't get him in any poses that are too exciting, but, I mean, look at him. He's a pretty cool figure. I do really like him, and I have another Sentai Hero Series review coming for you guys soon. So that is it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. But yeah, I mean, he's great. He's got a lot of metallic gold on him, and a lot of times that would be just, you know, gold plastic now instead of actually being metallic. So I'm really happy with this figure. And I should have reviewed it sooner. That's it. Thank you all once again. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.